Veta, isn't this wonderful? Mrs. Simmons?
Oh, dear, I didn't hear you come in. You startled me. You're Dr. Sanderson.
Yes, will you take a seat, please?
I hope you don't think I'm jumpy like this all the time. It's just that
Of course not. Now, Miss Kelly tells me that you're here about your brother. Dowd, is it? Mr. Elwood P. Dowd?
Yes, Doctor, This isn't easy for me, Doctor.
Well, naturally, these things aren't easy for the families of patients. I understand that.
It's what Elwood's doing to himself, Doctor. That's the thing. Myrtle May has a right to nice friends. She's young and her whole life is before her. And that's my daughter.
Your daughter. How long has it been since you noticed any peculiarities in your brother's actions?
Well, I noticed it right away when Mother died, and Myrtle May and I came home from Des Moines to live with Elwood. I could see that he... That he
what, Mrs. Simmons? Well, don't strain. Take your time. I'll wait for it.
Doctor, everything I say to you is confidential, isn't it?
That's understood.
Because it's a slap in the face to everything we've stood for in this community, the way Elwood is acting right now.
Mrs. Simmons, I am not a gossip. I'm a psychiatrist.
Well, for one thing, he drinks.
To excess?
To excess. Well, don't you call it excess when a man never lets a day go by without stepping into one of those cheap taverns, sitting around with riffraff and people you've never heard of, inviting them to the house, playing cards with them, giving them food and money, and here I am trying to get Myrtle May started with a nice group of young people. If that isn't excess, I'm sure I don't know what excess is.
I didn't doubt your statement, Mrs. Simmons. I merely asked if your brother drinks.
Well, yes, I say definitely Elwood drinks, and I want him committed out here permanently, because I cannot stand another day of that Harvey. Myrtle May and I have to set a place at the table for Harvey. We have to move over on the sofa and make room for Harvey. We have to answer the telephone when Elwood calls and wants to speak to Harvey. Then at the party this afternoon, with Mrs. Chauvenet there, we didn't even know anything about Harvey until we came back here. Doctor, don't you think it would have been kinder of Mother to have written and told me about Harvey? Be honest now, don't you?
Now, Mrs. Simmons, I really couldn't answer that question because...
I can. Yes, it certainly would have.
This person you call Harvey, who is he?
He's a rabbit.
Perhaps. But just who is he? Some friend, some companion your brother has picked up from one of these bars of whom you disapprove?
Doctor, I have been telling you, Harvey is a rabbit, a big white rabbit, and 6 feet high. Or is it 6 feet and a half? Heavens, I ought to know. He's been around the house long enough.
Now, Mrs. Simmons, let me understand this.
Do I have to keep repeating myself? My brother insists that his closest friend is this big white rabbit. This rabbit is named Harvey. Harvey lives at our house. Don't you understand? He and Elwood go every place together. Elwood buys railroad tickets, theater tickets for both of them. As I was telling Myrtle May, if your uncle was so lonesome he had to bring something home, couldn't he bring something human? He has me, doesn't he? He has Myrtle May, doesn't he? Doctor, I'm going to tell you something I've never told anybody else in the world before. Every once in a while, I see that big white rabbit myself. Now, isn't that terrible? I've never even told that to Myrtle May.
Mrs. Simmons!
And what's more, he's every bit as big as Elwood says he is. Now, don't you ever tell that to anybody, Doctor. I'm ashamed of it.
I can see that you've been under a great nervous strain recently.
Yes, I certainly have.
Has grief over your mother's death depressed you considerably?
Nobody knows how much.
Have you been losing sleep?
How could anybody sleep with You just try living with those two and see how your temper holds up.
Any loss of appetite?
How could anybody eat at a table with my brother and a big white rabbit? Well, I'm finished with it. I'll sell the house, be appointed conservator of Elwood's estate, and Myrtle May and I will be able to entertain our friends in peace. It's too much, Doctor. I just can't stand.
Of course it is, Mrs. Simmons. Of course it is. You're tired.
Oh, yes, I am.
You've been worrying a great deal lately.
Yes, I have. I can't help it.
And now I'm going to help you.
Oh, Doctor.
Now if you could, just sit there quietly, and I'll be right back. Right back.
Oh, dear. Well, I suppose I'll just go down to the cab and get Elwood's things. Dear.
How come no one answered the buzzer?
I didn't hear you, Doctor.
I rang. Mrs. Simmons? Sound the gong, Wilson. That poor woman must not leave the grounds.